We are going to use the EEVAL, which stands for Values-Based Environmental Education Evaluation Framework, which comes out of the North American Association for Environmental Education of Ongoing Journey to reflect on Indigenous evaluation. So I am going to put into the chat a link thank you, Libby. Libby beat me to it. A link that takes you directly to the EEVAL webpage to the ongoing journey definition. And I'm going to ask that you take the next 5 minutes to read it amongst yourselves, and then we'll come back and talk about how it connects. So hopefully everyone has had some time to read the what ongoing journey refers to and really look at the importance of critical reflection as a tool for our learning practice, our learning journey. And so we're going to invite you now to hold what you learned about examining how biases and assumptions and power dynamics show up in your practice, and use that to reflect on this video that we're going to view in a minute. And then after that, we're going to have a small reflection to get you to think about what was said in the video.
When we talk about owning things like evaluation, it's not about judging people. It's the exact opposite of that. It's about understanding people and what creates change. We're trying to tell a story, and it's something that as Native people we've always done. We brought some of our program people together to talk about how to do culturally appropriate evaluation. We started with a traditional weaving lesson to encourage the idea that documentation and learning should be woven into every program.
See this part right here? Mm-hmm. You always pull that until that's tight. Not too tight.
Okay. And then just pull.
Okay?
Okay.
We are trying to help other people understand that this work we're doing is important and why.
We have strengths in our community and we know what helps, but translating that to funders is a challenge of do they see the value in what we're doing, because we see those results directly through our kids and the kids we work with.
Between speaking with our youth and speaking with our elders and with members of the outside community, it's like speaking different languages.
So in that sense, it can feel like a burden. One additional thing we have to do we have to really ask them to do a survey now? And yet it can also be extremely rewarding.
A lot of what I tried to do is I really invited, tribal members to come to my office. I invited them to give me a call. I invited them to come talk to me after an event, because I valued the fact of people telling me face to face, and whether like how the event went, like what was good, what was bad, what could I have done better.
We use that asset survey that you might be familiar with to help them to self-identify where the strengths are in their community, whether they know their neighbor or how they can, because we know it, but we haven't always been given an opportunity to have a discussion around it.
Oftentimes it can be something where you bring in images or you ask people to create art that illustrates what transformation they feel that they've experienced.
We just ran our meetings a little bit differently, but we were still able to get the outcomes that the grant wanted. Really having to speak two different languages, like being able to meet with the community and hear their feedback and translate that to our funders.
Just figure out what outcomes are important for your program and for your community, and then measure the things that relate to that outcome. Use what you learn to improve your programs and connect with the people.
I think that those true connections and that acknowledgement of making those connections is what we've learned as Native people, is what we're trying to maintain.
Evaluation is something that we should own as part of what we do in our everyday work, define for ourselves, and use as a tool that works for our communities.
When you're twisting, you're going to feel the difference in your fingers after the day is over with. Your fingers are going to get sore. Gina did her bracelet.
I'm a big old head.
Rose finished her rose. Rose did a rose.